Hi, so this is just a small update about Bali reopening. So last few days, the COVID cases in Indonesia has been increasing significantly with the record high of 21,342 cases in a day on 27th of June. So there was fear of if the Bali reopening is going to get postponed again this time. So today during the weekly press briefing, that is joined by the Governor of Bali Costa and the Ministry of Tourism Sandiaga Uno. The Governor of Bali said that he hoped that the Bali reopening at the end of July won't be postponed again despite the increase of cases. So he requested the Ministry of Tourism not to postpone again the reopening because the tourism stakeholders and industry has been hoping that the Bali will stick to reopening on July. So according to the some local news also that the Ministry of Tourism would also make Bali into a vaccine-based tourism, which means that the locals or even the foreigner who visited the Bali, they can get the vaccine in Bali. With the difference is that the local will get the vaccine for free in Bali and the foreigner will have to go through the private channel or the independent channel, which they have to pay for the vaccines, which I guess it probably won't cost that much. Bali will no longer accept genose testing in any transportation that came into Bali. Genose is the breeding testing that is locally developed testing method that was used to test for the COVID, and they probably have some accuracy issues, so they discontinue this and disallow this as the proof of COVID testing. And also for the flights that is coming into Bali from 30th June onwards, they will only accept PCR testing result, no longer antigen testing, and of course no genose testing when they came in with a flight. But if they came in with the land or the sea transportations, they are still allowed to use the antigen test as minimum, and even better if they use the PCR test. And by the way, for the PCR test, you need to have the QR code result, which means that the result must be verifiable via QR code system, because there are cases of many people who bought the fake test result certificate which they did not even do the testing, so they just buy the fake certificate testing result and came into Bali. So that is why you need to have a QR code verifiable result. So with these updates, this sounds very highly likely that Bali is going to open by the end of July, because even the governor asked for no longer postponing the reopening of the Bali tourism. As I have updated in my previous videos, so the procedure when they came in is that everyone has to go through a PCR test before they board the flight. When they arrive in Bali airport, they have to do another PCR test, and then they will be sent to the hotel for quarantine if they are negative. If they are positive, so certainly they will be sent directly to hospital for treatment. But if they are negative, they still have to go through 5 days of quarantine. And at the end of the 5 days quarantine, they still have to go through another final test of PCR. If they are positive, they will be sent to the hospital for treatment. If they are negative, finally they will be able to be free and travel to Bali. And that's it.